Welthungerhilfe got involved in supporting cities in Sierra Leone to improve on their waste management systems. And this goes back to 2013 when the pilot study was done in Bo that led to the commencement of the support. And the pilot led into a full-blown project again in Bo that implemented an integrated waste management system. And the success of what was done in Bo was rolled out due to the demand that it was emanating from the successes and coming from various cities. And the very immediate cities to get the rollout were the Kenema City Council and Makeni City Council. The rollout to the two cities started in 2016 in November, and this was with the first project that was implemented in Makeni, and then the next one 6 months down the line was Kenema, and that was what has led us to where we are with the integrated waste management system in the cities. What waste management system that is being implemented entails includes development of a system that allows the council and the members of the community to work together to address waste management.
The WHH done the move forward now in the area of waste management, to be specific. Where I believe say Bo na the guinea pig of the project, because now Bo is start, then go to Makeni and Kenema district. Side they don't put out structures together, structures in place. What's the structures? Like them primary partner na the councils. I don't know the day now the councils therefore own the project, or the councils therefore take over the project. Now the three cities, you understand? So what they done here, they put all the structures, they get physical structures, they get capacity building trainings where they don't give to we brought them where the councils. Now they are directly in charge. Then they head the waste management project, Namboya, Makeni and Kenema district.
The culture of maintenance, love, and character is what Sierra Leoneans we should change. When we change our attitude, it will develop this country. And when we arbitrate the culture of maintenance, our cities will be very, very decent. Because the WHA cannot do all these things for us, leave it after 2 days, you get them damaged because of corruption and all the rest of it. So we like people to manage these facilities, and we are going to manage it, and we are going to harness it the right way. Because if we don't do it, we have our people to suffer. We have our cities to go back where they were before this time. That's the reason why we are talking to everybody, whosoever is enjoying this facility, to be watchful over it, so that whatever problem they find out that is going on around the township or within the project, let them report to the council so that we can take care of it immediately.
One of the principal components of the Improved Waste Management project is the door-to-door collection of waste, which is done by youth groups. We should not be seen engaging in collecting waste, at people's doorstep. So we brought in the door-to-door collection scheme, wherein we will not only, support in the collection of waste, but we also create jobs, for young people. As you can see, we have 4 youth groups engaged in the door-to-door collection: Clean Makeni North, Clean Makeni South, Clean Makeni East, and Clean Makeni West. This is all to just deter people from dumping waste indiscriminately. Because if there is a group that will come visit your house to pick up your waste, then there is no need for you to go and just dump, indiscriminately, littering the streets or littering our drainages. Well, I first of all want to say a very big thank you to our donors, the UKaid or DFID. They came in handy. They came in at a time when Makeni needed this support to improve on our waste management. So we are very, very happy. On behalf of the citizenry of Makeni, I want to take this opportunity as the mayor of the city to say a very big thank you to them and to assure them that we will look after what they have given us for the benefit of our people.
This has been a long dream, and I'm happy that we are seeing it, that I am seeing it. So to me, it's amazing and it's exciting to me. We should keep talking. We should keep communicating on issues that are challenging, because waste management never gives you any moment of rest. It keeps you on your toes on a daily basis. That's why I mentioned in my speech that waste don't wait. If we think we can wait for the other week, waste is generated on a daily basis. And we have the obligation as a council to collect and dispose. Where waste management comes in is how you manage the waste for it to become waste to wealth, waste to energy, and waste to economic strength. Because what we've seen in Bo is that waste has created more employment than other sectors in the council.
So here in Sierra Leone, we started exactly in 2013. It was a project that was funded by UKaid, DFID, and it was to improve the waste management situation in Bo City. So in 2016, then this project was rolled out also to Kenema and Makeni because of the solid experiences made in Bo. So we can say Bo was the pilot, and as you can see when you go to Bo, the city is much cleaner than it was before. This is because of the overall waste collection system. But of course it is also that with the new government, with the National Cleaning Days, I think this is also helping, because this is on top what Welthungerhilfe did in cooperation with the city councils. This is of course also a very strong message from the national government to the population of the country that waste management is an important issue that has to be dealt with. We are very happy with the current status, that we see that in the 3 towns a waste management system, an integrated waste management system is established. But of course, after handing over, there is a big expectation from our side, so that these 3 councils are doing a good maintenance of the system, so that it will serve the citizens of the 3 towns over many years. So we are really hoping that the city councils will take this very serious and will work towards sustainability. But the current experience has shown that, what we have seen in Kenema, that is very well handled. So we are happy with the management that we have seen and that we could hand over at the commissioning.
Let me now take this opportunity on behalf of His Excellency the President and the entire government of Sierra Leone to thank our esteemed partners, DFID, WHH, for their tremendous support, both technical and financial, in ensuring that we have this project here today. I also would be amiss if I fail to thank our city mayors for their efforts, their CAs, and all the technical people, those who are working behind the scenes that you can hardly see them. I want you to know that we are seeing you and we know you, and therefore we are here to thank you very much.
One of the sectors is the recycling center, all right, in which the tiles production is being made. All right, we also have what we call composting. If you go down now, you can see the recycling center where we use green leaves. We have the shredder machine. This process is done through the shredder machine. Then after that, we dispose it at the recycling center. Then we have ties. If you can go there now, you can see them at the recycling center. Also, we have the cell pit down there. Now we have one. We are using one of the cell pits presently. But WHS has also constructed another 2 for us. So we are also happy for this facility because we have systems in which we are working here. I have 10 scavengers which I'm working with. The scavenger, they are helping in the sorting. When vehicles are going to come here, they go down the cell pits, they dispose, then the scar rangers will go down there, they sort the plastics, the green manure, then we are going to use it, recycle it to another use.
I'm a waste collector. Every morning we go around the streets to collect people's waste and deposit it in Makamal village. For the waste collector, they operate like registration. We go house to house to talk to customers to register. For me, after they complete their registration, then we see the waste they generate. From there, we ask them the price they want to pay us. So after negotiation, we started to carry their waste and deposit it. Thanks to WHH, he really tries to the people of Makeni, because most of us, before we are idlers, but now we occupy. So thank God for that, they try. Now I can take care of my family, then I can take care of myself. I have my small bike that I bought through the waste, so thank God.
This clean Makeni, I'm so happy for them people there. From last year, we then started. They come, they register we first. They do very well. We register, I don't know if we plant there. It's fine for people that are Makeni. They plant, they pass now. First they will be there Makeni, they pass, they meet dirty, but now dirty not there. Now I put them, they plant, now the area, they look fine because you know it's so decent. You see, then I they talk to me Makeni people there. If you keep your environment clean.
As I say the cancer recycling, the WHH met me on cancer recycling. When they picked me up, I was so focused in that because they had many trainers who come from different countries to come and train people on different components. So I myself was focusing on the experts that come normally. So what I did, I talked to the project manager for me to go into biochar training, to go for biochar training. After that, I also went, and the biochar training was done by a Ugandan, Samuel Asino from Uganda. Then after that, an expert also came from Cameroon on plastic recycling. I also talked to the project manager for me to go for that training. I went for that training, and the training was done in Makeni. So I got 3 components. Then lastly, the EcoSelf itself, which is an instrument that uses the biochar to produce it. Another expert came from Kenya. Then I went there also. So I added 3 components on my first component I had in the project. So before the project rolled away from Bo, I'm now in 4 components. That is why I told you. I'm in biodegradable waste materials recycling. That is briquetting into biochar, then aluminum cans recycling into pots, then scrap metal into eco stoves, which is energy saving stoves that is used for the biochar, and plastic recycling into dallets.
Before now, this place be all over littered with waste. Before now, and even when a litter waste somebody get around, how for dispose of them, the disposal of the waste not be problem. How for manage them not be problem. Who say for manage them will not be sabi until when we get the expert then we come from WHH, when the IP we call them implementing partner, and they receive the resources from DFeed and then other partners for make sure they do the necessary thing they want for do in close collaboration with the councils, the 3 councils, Bo, Makeni, Kenema, and then with other partners like us, CSOs or civil society, and then with the community stakeholders. All over the 3 cities, they don't put waste under control because now we have the gadget, now we have the structures where they don't put in place, and we get with Solina Brothers, we attach to the waste management of the respective councils, where now they can take over the responsibility of waste management. Now that WHH in time, in lifespan for this project, now the 3 cities, they can done.